Hi, and welcome to For the One. For the One, that's what I started a series a while ago. For the One. This would apply for the one. 5 steps to freedom. 5 significant steps that you can take right now to finding your own personal freedom. And you could do it as a family. You could do it as a group, as an organization, as a company, as a culture, as a nation. 5 steps to freedom. They're significant. They're simple, and they're complex. Freedom is something that many have struggled for. I'm not so sure how many have understood what it is, though. Freedom needs to be something that we all contain, can have, or it is for no one. That's my belief. I believe there's 5 steps to freedom. First step, know thyself. Know who you are. Know what you think. Know what you value. Know what's important to you. Know who you are right now. No justifying. Know what you want to be, what you wish you were, what somebody else thinks you are, but knowing who you are. If you do not allow your own existence, and you are the only one who can give you that, and the only one who can take it away, truly. That's key to the concept of freedom, is allowing your existence. There are many who are in bondage that live in free, what we call free countries. Many. There's so much to that principle, that concept. I'm going to share with you the 5 principles, or the 5 steps to freedom. But it's something I'm going to teach and study for the rest of my life, because I believe in it. I believe in humanity. I believe in existence. I believe in growth and continuation of life and learning. And that's why I'm dedicating myself to this totally and completely. I have to tell you right off the bat who I am. I am Christian. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which means I'm Mormon, which is a wonderful thing. Which Mormon is simply the historian who put together the records of the Lamanites and the Nephites that had been in Jerusalem and went to the American continents. Of course, they weren't known as the American continents at that time, but anyway. 600 years before Christ is when this family came across and when these records were recorded. But they're not new books. They're just books that go along with the Bible. But I want to share with you that I'm not sharing these 5 steps of freedom for Christians. This is 5 steps of freedom for everyone. Anyone. Okay? Let's look at the next step. Next step is have only one God and worship Him. Well, I've got to get that. Or her. However you want to look at it. If you want to have freedom, because I believe that the human psyche is only able to follow one God. Okay? I really do. Have one God and worship him or her. That's where the knowing thyself comes in. Know what you like. Know what you value. Know what's important to you. Know what... if you can answer these things and then worship the God that you choose to worship, and you can worship anything you want. That I am not... if I were to tell you what to worship, I can tell you what I worship, who I worship, I can tell you that. But to tell you who to worship or what to worship, that's not freedom. It's just not. We'll continue. There's so much more to discuss here. The third one, you've seen something similar to this. Honor your mother. And I suppose your father too. But I haven't reconciled that in my mind, because in my mind, if you see, I'm still trying to hang on to the Christianity concept of it. If you worship God for me, then you worship the Father. But the concept that I want to come through this number 3, the significance of it, and it is unique, the significance of it, is to honor the body that you have, the physical being that you have. And your mother is the one that did a lot about that. But I go beyond that. Like I said, this isn't just for Christianity. I'm not teaching doctrine here. I'm teaching my belief about the principles of freedom. And I would consider the earth your mother. Honor your mother. I don't believe you can really do well on this earth and have freedom and not take care of the earth, not have respect for it. That's my belief. But it's more than just the earth. It's your body, your physical state. These well, I'll continue that when I get to the end. The fourth step is the golden rule. To do unto others the way you want to be done unto. Now, the only way you know how to do unto others, then, is to know yourself well enough to know what you need, want, like, etc. I'm not talking about what your parents did or what your neighbors did or what your culture does. I'm talking about what how you want to be treated. Again, what do you value? What do you believe? Outside of the dynamics of your demographics are circumstantial, period. They're just circumstantial. They have no basis, or they do not need to define you. They do not need to lock you any place. Whether you're male or female, whether you're what country you were born in, what age you are, all those things are simply circumstances, and they change all the time, continuously. Circumstances will change. The golden rule. This is primarily attitude. It's how you think. It's how you think about yourself. It's how well you know yourself. How well you honor yourself and your own being. And the more you know yourself, the more you honor yourself, the more free you'll be. The more real you'll be. Okay? The fifth one, 5 steps, is lift where you stand. Alright? Lift where you stand. What I mean by that is your freedom cannot be had by oppressing others or by ignoring others. Your freedom can only truly be had if you lift others along the path. Now, all these principles, as far as I'm concerned, the way I'm going to teach them and the way I'm thinking of them, are grounded in very firmly in the way Christ lived his life. Completely. This is the foundation that I'm going to build the rest of my life on. And I don't mean to say that as if I have only just begun this journey myself. No, please. I'm saying that wrong if that's the way it's taken. I've lived this journey. I've walked this path. I've found freedom. But I will live my life testifying of this and sharing it with others. Freedom. I'll also testify about my personal faith. But what's important to me is that we understand the concept of freedom. I do not believe we understand it, even though many have died for it, many have shed blood, been tortured, all kinds of things. I don't believe we understand it. And another component about freedom is, what about the oppressed? What about those that are in bondage? What about those who are bullied, or those that, can't do what they want to do? All those things, again, they are circumstantial. Freedom is an attitude. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of being. It's a way of accepting your own existence and choosing the path that you're going to walk and the course that you're going to take. It includes accountability, responsibility. These are all decisions. Knowing thyself takes a lot of work and effort. Having one God, that's focus. That's a choice again. Honoring your mother and father. Honoring the body you've been given and the earth that we live on. To whatever degree you can. I want to take these principles and I want to study cultures, and I want to bring stories that exemplify these principles, because these principles equal personal freedom. And I don't care if you're behind bars. I don't care if you're in a culture that's oppressive, or if you live in a society that's oppressive. There are so many who do not allow themselves freedom in free countries. They aren't free because they enslave themselves, because they won't honor themselves. They won't get to know themselves and know who they are. To have freedom. Freedom can be yours. Freedom can be ours. Let's fight for it. It's worth it. It's time to start being free. We know how to fight for it. Now let's be it. Let's do it. And let's do it today. Till next time. God bless. Bye for now.